Hello everybody! Today we are playing Crash Bandicoot, the original, for the PlayStation 1, although technically it's on the PS3, but nobody's really caring. My name's Cassidee Moser. You know me from Leviathan.com, and as soon as I can get this loading screen cutscene to stop playing here, we're gonna jump right in. So this game is a game that's very, very near and dear to my heart. It's a game that I played a lot when I was growing up as a kid. Actually, I'm gonna pull up my love game here. And, you know, we'll just start at Insanity Beach, why not? Beginning's always a good place to start, right? But this game is a game that I played a lot as a kid. Like, I grew up with a Nintendo 64, and my friend across the street had a PlayStation 1, and we used to go to each other's houses all the time and just play games. And this was the one, like, that we were always trying to work toward playing. And we would sit there guzzling Pepsi in our basement, trying to get through all these levels. So, Crash Bandicoot is not a perfect game by any means. I still love it. There are a lot of people that really don't like it. I think my favorite part of it is just that it just so purely embodies what 90s platformers were all about. It's just kind of crazy, weird, and goofy, and self-aware, but fun. You know, it's just fun. Like, that's what those games were all about. They weren't trying to be gritty, they weren't trying to be real edgy, they were just fun. Like, they're just goofy cartoon platformers. So, yeah, it's one of those, I think, you know, the platforming's not perfect by any means. It's not super tight. You know, and it's not necessarily Naughty Dog's best offering on a Sony platform by any means. You know, I'd say that's probably Last of Us, my opinion. But, you know, it's still just fun. I'm just going to bust through these boxes. I don't really care about the one for two right now. There's also, you know, it had one of those things where it was just one of those games you can find all these hidden objects, you can find all these hidden stages and areas, and the bosses were really goofy, and they required certain things for you to defeat them, whether it was, you know, getting in certain areas, studying their patterns, and it was just clever, you know, and the levels are really, they're interesting, you know, I mean, they're kind of laid out in these weird different designs, they have themes to them. This one's like the early on beach level, you know, enemies kind of traveling in a path. Is it super deep? No. Is it, you know, the next Mario? I don't know, maybe. They certainly thought of us. Sony pushed for it back in the early days. You can see some pretty awesome commercials with a guy in a crash suit that's making fun of Mario. I think I just liked it because it was so goofy, you know, and it was such a thing of skill at the time. Like, we always did that whole thing where if you died, you had to pass the controller, and so you're always trying to do your best with it. You're trying to impress everybody. It was a status thing when you were a kid. I think that's why I liked it so much. We're gonna... Whoop! Yeah, and you gotta get used to playing with the D-pad again, too. Even on a PS3 controller, it's really interesting. Kind of a blast from the past, if you will. Oh yeah, get to be invincible! Out of my way, bro. There we go. Oh, man. That's the one thing I don't like about this game, is that there's not a great sense of depth sometimes, so you don't always necessarily know. You don't have a great sense of awareness, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, you don't always have the firmest grip on where you are in relation to the world. But it's forgivable, because again, this game is still really good. You know, it's still really fun. They were fun for a long time until Naughty Dog didn't make them anymore, and then they're not fun anymore. I do kind of miss Crash. Like, I think an HD Crash would be totally rad. I'm waiting for that day to happen, although I'm not 100% convinced it will. Activision likes Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, they keep him locked up. Won't let us have him. Anyway, thanks for going down memory lane with me today, guys. That's going to do it for this Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot. Until next time, stay beautiful.